Hey, Shama UFC here. I was gonna do a showcase on Joaquin Buckley, I think like 2 days ago, but I was like, since it's already almost fight day, I decided to wait until after the fights to do it. And my God, did Buckley deliver on Saturday night with perfect takedown defense, perfect blitzes, amazing crispy boxing combos, great body work, and just an overall great game plan, especially considering that he did take on Colby on short notice also. So his camp was revolved around, I believe, Ian Gary at first, and some things got switched around. But Buckley showed out in this performance, winning via doctor stoppage, and almost took off Colby's eyelid for the most part. So it was just an amazing, flawless performance. His cardio held up as well. We're in round three, deeper round three. He was still defending anything that Colby was trying to do as far as in grappling and wrestling, and really just amazed me. You know, I wish he was fighting at 170 this entire time. He was fighting at middleweight, if you guys didn't know. He's fighting guys a lot bigger than him. Now he's facing guys more his size. There's some guys that are bigger for the weight class, but if they're weight cutting to 170, getting hit by Buckley, they ain't gonna last too long. That's for sure. But it was an amazing, spectacular performance. Now this raises the question: is can he become the next champion at 170? I mean, if his takedown defense is this great against other grapplers in this division, because you do got prospects that are fighting for a title like Shavkat Rakhmonov that we are facing right here, that already has great stand-up, very great durability. He has the cardio to go 5 rounds, and he also has some pretty solid grappling. So we just don't know how he'll match up against someone like that. Ian Gary, I don't know either, because the length advantages Gary would have, on top of he does grapple very well too. He does train out of Chute Box, which is Charles Oliveira's gym, and he does get cornered by Charles, and that's like his training partner. So you could expect very high level grappling out of Ian Gary for the foreseeable future. But yeah, I mean, who do we get with Buckley next? Don't really know for the most part, because Usman is supposed to face JDM, I believe so, in Sydney, UFC 312. I hear a lot of rumors about that. Maybe Leon Edwards or something. Maybe give him a contenders fight, like a main event somewhere. Maybe like a main event in England or something like that, and have Leon headline it against Buckley. You're gonna see in this video I'm using a lot more body kicks than usual, because a streamer was he does paywall a lot of stuff for the most part, and he was talking about the body kicks, and he was telling people to pay for things or pay for a secret he knows. And for the most part, from what I've watched, body kicks, I do use them, don't get me wrong, I've used them, but not as much as I'm going to now. But they have like the highest stamina drain properties, I think, in the whole entire game, and I think it like really rips off their long-term body health, like really quickly, especially if you're landing like a good kickboxing combo when they're hurt or lower on short-term stamina. So I'll definitely tell you guys to add in more body kicks to your game and use people with body kicks, especially the lead body kick, because if you guys didn't know, when you're throwing anything with your lead side, it consumes less stamina long-term and short-term. So lead body kicks, jabs, lead hooks, they take less stamina than rear hooks and rear kicks. Oh, look at that block counter. Right into that lead uppercut KO. That's why I tell you guys that block counters are very good to have in your game, especially when you're going against people who slip hook spam. But yeah, like I said, most of the time in my fights, I do start off light. You might see some of the guys and be like, they're bums sometimes, and you're wondering why I don't push forward. Well, that's how I developed a really good style, because I play everybody like they're the best in the world, so I can stay sharp and really mold my game style and mold a really competitive style. Yeah, we're going to be kicking that by as much as we can. So I already noticed our opponent is pretty much like throwing when we're not in range. Ooh, we get the nasty drop. We're gonna kick him in the body. The lead body kick's gonna do more damage. You might ask why. Well, the open side is since we're both in the same stance, my lead body kick is hitting him flush on the liver. So any liver shots do more damage. So hitting the hooks or kicks on the liver, they do more damage than kicking the close side or punching the close side of the body. But yeah, Buckley is definitely like an amazing fighter to watch. You know, I just love his blitzes. I love his style. I'm really happy for him to have like such a glow up right now in his fighting. You know, because the middleweight was kind of going. He wasn't really like a big prospect. You know, people knew who he was and everything, but he wasn't really like a dangerous top 10 like threat like he is here. Now he's even he's a top 5 threat at welterweight. Now that he's facing people more his size and you know more fair in weight. So I'm happy to see where he goes. Woo. Get the uppercut KO right there. On to the next one. We got Carlos Prates. Very dangerous. Another dangerous prospect that is terrifying. Buckley does have that power, but it comes off of like explosive bursts. But Prates, man, he has that just that touch of death. Like that's really the touch of death. Look at that. We're gonna drop him with the body kick. And we're using a lot more combos using the kicks. Front kicks to body, of course. But yeah, he grazed like the top of Magny's head with a cross and knocked him out. I'm talking about Prates, of course. This would be a crazy matchup, you know? Like a deadly touch of death Muay Thai fighter versus an explosive blitzing like MMA fighter. Like that would be just really amazing to watch. Who knows, maybe they might face off against each other. I mean, Buckley does take fights like that. We got a little bit of desync. But yeah, you know, he does take fights like that. He took a fight against some guy from Uzbekistan, I believe. He was like a prospect, and I think Buckley was ranked at that time. He took that fight in short notice and beat him up. Look at that. Body kick KO right there. Yeah, but anything I learned, that's a good, you know, high-level tactic or maybe something that people don't really tell you guys to do. I'm going to tell you to do because at the end of the day, this is to make everybody better at the game. But you're really going to see how devastating his body kicks can be. Of course, you have to set them up. I'm not saying like, oh, just kick a whole bunch. Just sometimes I throw naked kicks. Sometimes I feint them. Sometimes I throw them in a combo. And you see like right there, we rocked him. We threw one. Then I threw like a lead hook cross through the body kick. So you're also going to have to really box them up a little bit, you know, throw some bigger combos with your hands, so like they don't really expect kicks at the end of it. See, like right there, that was really a punishment because he was trying to punch and he was out of range just by a small amount, and I was able to land that body kick. On top of that, mixing in the boxing to the body, of course, body punches, smaller strikes, teeps, knees, like all these things are going to add up on top of these body kicks. So I really highly recommend you guys use people that can have really quick kicks. You don't have to use like the Yairs of the division. Like Volkanovski has really good kicks. There's a ton of people, you know, in every division. Like, you know, lightweight, you got Arman Sarukian, you got Conor, you got Max Holloway. Like, there's a lot of people with some solid, fast kicks that do some real damage. There we go. He was going for a slip hook, so we just throw a rear hook of our own. Sometimes your kicks are going to get caught, so just be careful. Look at that. Hit him with the lead hook, rear body uppercut, rock him, both. We're just dismantling him right now. But I am very excited to see. Maybe Buckley could get that Usman fight. That would definitely be better for Usman, because, I mean, the buzz for JDM is a bit low right now because he has been a little bit inactive. Not his fault. He's been injured. I mean, just look at what it did to his stamina, like in round 1. I'm gonna drop him again. I'm gonna try to land that body kick again. We're just mixing it up from high, low, high, low. Look at that, another body kick. Ooh, just landing everything right now. Another one. Another one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please tune in.